Did you get that? So you can... I mean, I'm not even that. I'm not professional, mate. I'm usually a co-commentator. But we're just gonna crack on and see how this goes. But yeah, yeah, that would be ideal, mate. My voice is probably gonna be shot after this. There's not much I've got in the tank tonight. But yeah. Oh god.
Oh, 6 leagues a night, 6 leagues a week. Hello, hello. I am now included.
Welcome everyone to GRL Div 1, and I think it's round 12. I put it as round 12. I might be completely wrong. But we currently have 13 drivers in the grid because there is a bunch of people that have no-showed and dropped out last minute because they're frauds. But we'll have to wait and see if anyone else will join. They probably should do. I mean, they've ticked. You'd hope so. But we will be cooking. I've got Apollo alongside me.
Hello, hello. A lot of names here I recognise as well.
Yeah, it's a quick grid.
Like Blade, Rain.
Oh yeah, GSR.
Rage is supposed to be here, but yeah, GSR. I'm the commentator,
Yeah.
and luckily we get to watch us get battered every weekend.
Oh no. Oh no. No, to be fair, GSR have been cooking. They have been cooking.
Yeah, I was excited for MSE to come back, and then we merged after a week.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was the right decision.
Truly, yeah. We needed a boost because we were struggling to find good drivers.
Yeah.
I mean, each thought I'd be good for some reason. Getting the fact I pretty much retired from racing on this game at that point. Last game was my game. I peaked hard. I'm just mid at best.
I mean, I
hear an engine.
Yeah, it's a McLaren. It's Famsy. I also want to just stress for the stream. You're used to someone on a PC commentating this in Dara. He usually does it every week. He's currently in Paris. I do have a Series S, but I forgot to bring my power cable with me, so we're currently on old gen, and it is crusty.
Oh boy!
And it is running at like 10 frames a second.
If it's poor, I don't mind in the gap between Collie and Ray switching over. It needs to be.
It should be fine. It will just be running at like 2 frames a second. Nah, it's just a bit ugly, to be honest. It just doesn't look as visually pleasing.
Just compared to new gen and PC, it's just a bit, you know.
Yeah, it just looks like Play-Doh. I don't know why. It just looks so bad.
Describing it.
If you look at the stream now, here we go. Firmsy starts the first lap of qualifying as the timer clicks on to just under 15.5 minutes. On to 6th gear. I'll chuck on the telemetry for you all as we head on board with this lap. 8th gear in the first DRS zone, brakes down to 3rd gear, trail brakes up to 4th, now wraps around the complex corners. I think it's turn 5. I can't remember the corner names. I'm usually a co-com, I don't need to know this.
Yeah.
As you know.
I'm usually a solo main. I don't even know it, man.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We're fine. It's a one.
To study the track map.
Yeah.
Just scream whenever you see someone spin. I mean, the American commentators do it in IndyCar or whatever. Like, oh, there's a spin. Yeah, thanks. Who is it and where?
Yeah, no, that's literally my comms. Every single time, that's just my comms. I have no ability besides screaming.
I got nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's just. It's just whoa every time someone spins.
Yeah.
The American accent.
One minute contact. It's like whoa,
just
damn!
Wet myself laughing
just
every
make
time.
contact.
Whoa, damn! It's just the co-commentator in the background. The lead's trying his best to keep it serious, and you're like, wow, he's spanning! Just
17
dead. You know, it's just 17 dead. Good stuff. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just. I've got the stream up and I'm just going to copy what car you're on board with.
It's slightly delayed. A slap bus drops it in the gravel. A slight skill issue there.
Can't find this there.
It's not, I mean, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. You do not want to be there. As we have Beeford coming round. Final couple of corners. Will he dip it in the grass or the gravel? I hope not. It seems like a slight lock up, but you know, this is old gen, so literally everyone looks like they're doing everything wrong. I think he had a slight snap there. I don't really know.
And what will it be? 17.5. Decent, decent.
I mean, either. Hold on. It rain's bottled. Typical rain. Got a gaming this next across the line. Yeah, it's a 17-7. Celtic.
Why do I keep getting ads on the stream? Is this you guys putting them on?
No, I don't have that much power, to be honest. But we've got.
Shocking. I know Twitch does it.
Well, we gotta make money somehow. And then Aaron Cooks.
Oh yeah.
First in the 16s, and his teammate.
Ow. Yeah, I might need help with pronunciations of some word here. I mean, I can't even pronounce pronunciation sometimes. It's a mess.
It's fine, man. Don't worry. We're just gonna run with the first names. I'm not gonna butcher anyone's surnames. I don't want to do that to anyone. So you've got Blade, who is the host of the lobby, coming around the final couple of corners in his Williams car. Wraps up in 4th, 5th and 6th, opens the DRS, comes across the line, and goes P4 with a 17.4.
Field is very, very nicely spread here, about 8 tenths separating the top 6. That's quite good for a league, considering there's only 7 people lap times as well.
Oh, rain! Oh, rain!
Very competitive.
Oh, rain! Oh, that's a reset to track.
Oh, that's rain off in the background, yeah.
And that's fair because
It
the rain
resets there.
Bit of a skill issue there.
We've got Aaron pitting. Don't know why you needed to know that, but
I think everyone's just putting it.
the more you know, I guess.
What was Drazzy?
Yeah,
No,
Drazzy's in the pits. Yeah, he's coming into the pits. Mr. Zoffis himself will be coming into the pits at the end of this lap.
I don't think anyone's currently
out.
on fire.
Currently, Alfa Romeo are 1-3. I'm wondering to see how that stacks out in the race, because if they're not in the same party, we could get double stacking incidents, because it's very easy to do at Australia to not see if someone's peeled into the pits if you've got a somewhat decent gap to them. So I say that because I've done it a few times where I pit and my teammates at the other end of the pit lane, and I'm like, oh god.
Oh god. Mate.
It's painful when you happen because you're stuck in pit animation. You can't exactly merge through the pit wall and keep going around the track. You've committed. You got to stay in pit lane.
Yeah, I think at this track, if you do try and escape, you're going to end up in a wall. I have seen a few times at this track actually, where people have tried to make a late call.
Tried to do it in 2019.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
My brain just remembers stupid stuff like that.
That was so bad. I've seen so many people do that when they just make a late call, either way to stay in or out, or go in or stay out, and they just bin it right into like the little bit that pokes out and just shreds a tyre off.
Yeah, Bottas at 10-1-2 in 2018 as well. Martin Brundle took flight at the next corner after that. And quite a few incidents at this track.
Yeah. I think this track...
I mean, it has been in F1 since the all 93 or 92, I want to say.
Australia?
This particular Australian, because before that it was Adelaide, I want to say.
Yeah, it was Adelaide.
Yeah,
but
Adelaide, which was
I
as
think this is a
a
new
decent
format.
track, it has to be said.
Yeah, it was...
And this is now in the Melbourne Park street circuit, technically, even though it looks more like a racing circuit, it is still a street circuit.
Yeah. It does throw me off sometimes. I do forget that it is just I mean, it is technically a street circuit. I mean, I think it's the grass that kind of like
throws you off, but it's so nice kept. His
yeah.
slap bus invalidates his lap.
I think he's on yeah. Sora though, the championship leader,
Yeah.
invalidated his lap time, but he's gonna go again.
Yeah. B4's on a lap as well. Coming around the final few corners. What can the Mercedes do? Decent. Ah, no, he's just starting a lap.
Yeah, I check the ERS. I don't check the. I don't even look at the top left because it's so bugged. I just check ERS.
Yeah, I tend
levels.
not to be smart enough to do that, to be honest.
I mean, I think I've just calmed enough races now that I'm just used to doing it. I think Sora's invalidated again.
I'm relatively fresh to it, doing it consistently. Is indeed, he has invalidated again. B4's actually quite a solid driver, but this track requires a lot of commitment on the front end. If you don't know what your setup's going to do at the apex of a corner, you can't extract much pace out of this track. Like at the corner that B4's currently heading towards, the 6th gear into 7th gear, left, right, fast chicane. If you don't know that, if you know your car's going to pick up a bit of understeer or might have a snap, that's going to cost you a lot of time on entry because you'll have to hesitate.
Yeah, for sure. This is a very front-end circuit
to this track. I absolutely love it on this game. I hated this game at first, to be honest, and I hated this track because of it. But I grinded it for a GSR race, got the win, and I was like, hey, this isn't too bad. GSR the league as well, but B4 finds a couple hundreds on that lap. Van Dam.
Famsy.
As Famsy goes top.
Nice lap.
As Van Dam also went up to 3rd in that mix.
There's
Strong lap for McLaren there. 6 minutes 30 on the clock.
Oh!
As responding again. Alex in the other Alfa Romeo from 4th, sorry, all the way up into what is provisional pole.
Blade improves by 10.
String of lap times being done here.
Yeah. While also having a lot of validation. Just trying to find.
He's now surpassed the pole time that I was able to get, and that was a fast build of the game back when it first released. So that says a lot about the strength of this field.
Yeah. The early weeks of this game were brilliant because it was so
same
scattered.
With 21. There was so much grip on the start of 21, and I like a car that's under steering, but I can play about with the steering. Oh, that's a spin for Mr. Van Dam as he approaches the pit lane.
If that's the second person that's bottled it. Oh! What's happened to Slapbus has retired. He's been there.
Slapbus has retired. He has, and he
Jesus!
The track, and Gods of Gaming has collected him. That is a massive incident for the Haas. I am surprised and shocked that car is still in the race, and indeed I believe that Slapbus must have spanned for, alright, this is it, I'm retiring, and has retired in the middle of the track, and Gods of Gaming has lost his front wing. The Slapbus leaves the session, probably in a fit of rage, realising that he's made a mistake and retired on track. Sadly, caught on comms as retiring doesn't instantly pull you to one side and ghost you.
Yeah,
sat on the apex. That was I got to witness the whole of that. That was Gods of Gaming didn't even have a second to react as the Ferrari sort of just was there. He wasn't there. He turned past a blind apex. There was a Ferrari parked across the curb. I think that Gods of Gaming can do. That's wrecked his attempt. He was up by 10 on his PB as well, I believe.
I think he was. I just about caught it. If you could clip that would be great. Because I have a feeling Slapbus is going to get in a lot of trouble for that. I mean...
I've just clipped the last minute. I hope that it will come across with it. Let me just watch the game clip.
Should be enough.
My phone's got
I-
volume. Let's turn that down.
I had the mini map on, so it's enough evidence, and then I just about caught the collision, and then slap bus driving.
It might disconnect me from the lobby, but no, I won't capture it sadly.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine. I think I've got enough evidence. Oh, Dressy. No, I think Dressy's in.
I see with the invalidation there. Yeah, dive straight into the pits. You can just about get into a run about 1 minute 10 through this pit lane, I think, in and out. That's leaving to rejoining. It's usually about 1 minute 10-ish. Silverstone, it can be past 1:30.
Yeah. It's just. I don't know. Why did Slapbus have to do that? It's kind of sour.
Yeah, he could have come back to the pits to retire. I get it when you're annoyed at a game. I truly do. You know, you're seeing the red mist, but even when you're annoyed, if you were annoyed in real life, would you just park the car in the middle of the track? I don't think you would. That's the sort of ethos I come into it. If I was to park my go-kart in the middle of the track and say I'm done for the day, I don't think that would slide. I don't do it in game.
Yeah, it's I think you're spot on there. People need to learn some respect, I think, sometimes. That was not very respectful.
Even when you're annoyed, set yourself some moral boundaries that if you cross, don't do the next race as self-punishment or something, because at the end of the day, you can be fast, but if you're not a clean, well-rounded, even driver, some drivers in real life are extremely rapid in all sorts of motorsports, but they often lose their head. So thinking Verstappen or Hamilton are quite good at it. Vettel used to do it a lot back in the day. You get annoyed and you just the mist and chaos descends.
I mean, Verstappen is a great example of developing.
Truly, I believe he's the quickest driver on the grid right now, the most complete in wheel racing. But what he's working on at the moment is that there will be no doubt that he is the quickest driver that we've seen in a very, very long time. Most complete at the moment, he's the quickest we've seen in a long time. A once in multi-generation talent.
Yeah, he's a great driver. I'm most impressed by his ability to turn himself around mentally as a driver, because he seemed quite hot-headed when he came into the sport, but he leveled himself out a bit.
He'll make a mistake, like in back to Hungary in real life. Well, of course, real life. Hungary 2022. He had a spin, got annoyed with himself for a couple of minutes, and was straight back on it. Most drivers, that knocks their confidence, but Max, if you watch his onboard, that's why he's getting the same time for 20 laps. That's why he's so consistent, is he sits on the limit every corner of every lap. You watch Hamilton, he has minute differences in the steering, but Verstappen is on it every single lap. And you think it's easy, just break and turn at the same point, but you try and do that with every nuance that changes with an outdoor circuit, it's near impossible. So,
but what can Blade manage?
Checkered flag is out. Let's see if anyone else do the near impossible in game.
P5. And Alex. Oh my god!
Oh, Flemsy all over the road. What a save, man.
Flemsy has
beautiful work there from the McLaren. Whoa, my god.
Excellent save.
Here comes Aaron. Aaron coming to the last few corners. I didn't see if he was up or not.
He was up by about a tenth or so.
What would it be for the AlphaTauri? Oh,
what a lap though from
Alfa Romeo, lock out the front row. That is Alex's lap. That was Oz thing. That must have been as close to perfection as you're gonna get. As is it Yip or Yip Van Dam? It says one of them. Flemsy retires. It looks like there's been a bit of a pile up
pile up?
in the early parts of the lap, maybe. I don't know, because I see
Firmsy.
Gods of Gaming retired on track, and Firmsy as well.
Oh god.
But retiring out on the circuit, as it looks like I'm gonna wait to see the Haas on the exit here. Haas is gone, but seems like that's it. And Alfa Romeo 1-2. Wow.
Excellent work. I just want to say hello to Dark Boom and Archie in the chat. This is Division 1.
Hello people in the chat. I'm gonna see if I can do any channel pop things. Highlight my message. Oh, I don't have enough cookies. Pop in a message on my account.
There's lots of ones about me on Hitch, where I have one where I'll attack one driver who's one of my friends. There's another one where it's Jim's track guide, but I'm not going to be redeeming that because I don't know enough about the track. We've got HRA League. We've got a league in the chat.
Oh, I'm logged in the official HRA account. Oops.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, yeah, I'll put a lull in the chat. See my name? Nope. I might get in trouble for that. Oh dear.
Nah, you're fine. I don't think anyone's gonna mind if you just put one message in. It's not exactly a problematic message, it's just an emote, whatever they call it. Sticker. I don't know what the fuck that
I don't know how trick they are. I'm new to the league.
screw it. I'm not gonna snitch. I don't think anyone else is gonna snitch.
No telling, chat. No telling. Please.
Oh my god, I wanna die.
Oh, you die. Jesus. Alright. Speaking of dying, I'm gonna keep on drinking myself to death and go and grab myself a beer. I'll be back.
Enjoy.
That was a sad segue. I'll be back.
Alright. Atom just appears out of nowhere. Atom appears out of nowhere? What do you mean Atom? Has he just joined the session? I haven't been paying attention. Okay, so as we await the start of the race.
Hello, I'm back.
Hello. What beer have you got?
Oh, it's I dare say it's posh. It's called Mellifant. It's a marshmallow flavored. It's a marshmallow flavored stout. So it's quite bitter, but it tastes like marshmallow.
That sounds quite nice.
It's gorgeous. I've been sipping my whiskey that I got for my birthday as well.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm living the life, whiskey and stout.
I mean, that's a good pick. I like a San Miguel Estrella.
Oh yeah, those are good. Cheaper brands, but I've got some nice breweries near me, so
Oh, you're
every
so
paycheck
better.
I splash out on some nice stuff.
I've got good cider breweries near me. I get nice cider, but for beer,
Ooh.
I'm not massive. I don't drink much beer, so I'm not too picky about it. If I drink beer, I just want to get really like hammered, basically.
My family are big beer drinkers. For me, I'm on some migraine meds that basically make it so one beer is equivalent to 3.5 to 4 beers.
Jesus.
So I can.
What percent?
I have a pint and a half, and I'm dizzy. You know, slurred speech, falling over everything.
Oh my god.
But mentally, I'm fine. But it sort of slows my nerves down. And basically, I become like a wreck, but I get pissed off with myself because I'm like, yeah, I'm in my right mind, but I'm falling over everything.
Oh my god.
I've done that a few times. I've just had a few, just walked outside, put one foot over the other, tripped over, and just landed flat on my face.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, at least I spend less at a bar.
Yes, that's true. However, also going out is quite fun. I can't lie. It is very expensive, and it absolutely burns a hole in my bank account. But it is a good time.
That's the thing of, I get a bit, because I'm living at my dad's. I get parental rent, let's say. So I get working 45 hours a week, even on minimum wage. You know.
Oh, so, wait. So have you got some racks then? Is that what you're saying?
Uh, not much. You know, when I'm a trainee now, but when I get full time, I'll get 8 grand extra a year. So I'll be living. But
All right.
till
That's
then,
decent.
you know, scraping. But I've got a balance, keeping my car on the road, keeping my go-kart going. Want to buy some new stuff for my sim setup. Yeah, it's a lot of things, and not much money going around.
I mean, it sounds like a fun
That's
life.
always
So,
robbing the Bank of England.
I mean, would you rather be rich and unhappy, or a bit skint unhappy?
Probably skint, to be honest. As long as I could afford to keep racing, be it sim, real life, okay, I'd be happy. I need
Respect.
my dose of competitiveness.
Adrenaline shot.
If I don't have something to compete in, pretty much.
I respect that honestly. But we are about to see
Uh,
the Div 1 drivers
oh,
compete. Only
oh,
5 seconds.
nice.
Uh, okay, so I wonder who can
It
kill,
will
because
be.
Sora did not have a good qualifying. He starts in P8, so he's got a mountain to climb in
Oh,
this
straight
race.
to the
Needs
race.
5 lights, and lights out and away we go. Out Australia, Alex I think gets away well, but I think Aaron gets away a little bit better, but he holds the lead for now. There's Van Dam on the outside, Famsy on the inside. Oh, they made a bit of contact through turn 1. I think they've got it through just about.
There's a big crash at the
Oh
back.
no!
There's Celtic,
Sora!
and Gods of Gaming have all gone round.
The championship leader.
It was like dominoes at turn 1. I tell you, like someone, and everyone just sort of synchronized pirouettes. But a good start from both Alpha and Mayos as well. You have to say.
1-2 as it stands, but Firmsy is firmly on the back of these two. We'll have to wait and see how they get on. Rain gets through on Drazi. The Alpine driver moves up to P7, but it's got 1.3 seconds that separate the two. Aaron seems to be gaining a lot through these corners, potentially a higher downforce setup. We'll have to wait and see. Firmsy is on the back of Aaron now, has a look to the inside, but stays behind for now. Oh, makes a slight bit of contact, and he drops it!
Oh, round it goes!
And that promotes
Will he
Van
get
Dam
collected?
to P3. I don't think he will.
But I think maybe disconnected or ghosted, because he disconnected RAI because he's on my screen.
He just left in quali, remember?
Yeah,
So I
might be
mean,
why.
he can just join back in his own time, to be honest. I mean, after what he did, I don't know if I can actually trust him to join back and race cleanly, to be honest with you.
True.
But
No offense, slap bus, but not ideal.
yeah, you didn't really promote yourself well there. But the key thing of that opening lap was Sora, the championship leader, down to P11, 2.8 seconds separating the first person in the points. Oh, and that's Drazi round
Oh,
in
was
the
that
midfield.
Drazi round? Yeah. It's a miracle that he wasn't collected there.
It certainly is.
He did a good job to collect the car himself, to be honest.
Yeah, ironically, this is actually quite beneficial for Sora because they're not really losing, they're not dropping out the pack. What's going on here? Partic. Slap
Yeah,
pass
for
in
me,
the
it's
air.
just starting to pull a little bit of a gap though as well.
Yeah, they are. They're absolutely cooking up front. Van Dam is starting to be dropped slightly. Beach Ford's currently P2 in the standings. And he's in P4 as it stands. And we will gain a collection of points race championship rival Sora, but Sora is rapidly gaining on Drazi and the rest of the pack. Alex sets the fastest lap on
Drazi has pit. Slap on the new front wing. The new wheels onto his weapon and be back on the way. Must have picked up damage in that incident, or feeling that the tyres have had their edge taken off of them by that. doesn't happen often in this game, but it's easy to, if you make a spin to the rears, to be a couple percent off, and at the high levels that can make a difference. As Van Damme's gone wide, this is going to allow Blade to get onto the back of it.
I don't know. They're very close, but I don't think he's going to be able to get a run. I mean, without ERS anyway. But B
Van Damme was very, very sideways through the flat right-hander.
Yeah, B-Ford overtook him at on the exit of turn 2, so I don't know what happens to Van Damme, but I think he's struggling, and he picks up a 3-second time penalty.
A penalty as well, yeah.
I mean, he was pushing hard to keep up with the two Alfa Romeos, currently leading P1 and 2. He's got a lot to do.
He got beached up on that curve as well. Just seeming to be struggling at odds with the balance of that Alpha Tauri up there as he locks up a little bit into the penultimate corner. That's not going to help the mission.
No, he does seem to be a bit sketchy at the moment. He's missing
clearly
the fixes
happy
here.
with that setup in qualifying, but it's looking like a sim setup, like a, well, not really a setup, more of a time trial setup, to be honest.
I mean, maybe it's just a bit of he seems to be oversteering. He might have lost confidence now. A bit of a lock up, I think. Oh, yellow flags.
So the yellow flags further back, like Celtic round. Turn 1 and after 17, the fastest lap at the moments before. Bumped himself at odds with the other part of the circuit.
Yeah, there's a few people struggling with this track so far. I don't think it's a favourite.
The front two also, just quickly to digress, the front two have pulled that second gap. The Alfa Romeos will surely now blast into the distance, but yeah, as you're saying, it's not really a driver favourite track, but for me, I just enjoy the thrill of flinging it in and letting an F1 car do what it does best at high speeds, and just the grip, feel the grip, feel the front end, feel just like a roller coaster more than a track. This at times, especially through the likes of turns 1 and 2.
I just can't get over the final corner though. It's just, there's so little grip. It's so irritating.
True, it is. The tyres start to go, especially in qualifying, if you're running pressures that are right on the edge. That corner can be nothing short of lively with the back end. But I don't know about it. I like having a car that snaps every now and then. Of course, I prefer understeer to oversteer, because I can play about with understeer. Oversteer, I just end up in the outside wall.
Yo, Van Damme is in the wall.
Yellow flags. That's someone ending up in the outside wall on Van Damme. A lot more inside wall, but we'll go with it.
Sora's now into P8. Capitalising on other people's mistakes. I think.
Good actually from Sora.
I just want to alert you to the fact that
Indeed,
Ford's made his way to second now. He's got DRS on the two Alfa Romeos. He's pushing.
He has, yeah. He's burned a bit of ERS. 40% less than the cars in front, who are both saving, it seems like. But in their hunt to have high ERS, they've let B-Ford into the hunt. Mercedes will surely try and interrupt the team game, but should be able to work together here.
They seem pretty tight. They're on the same esport team, so I'm sure they know each other pretty well. They will be working together, so it will be difficult for B-Ford, but
at the end of the day, even if they're on the same team and the same car as teammates, this is a single driver league. It's not constructors that really matters, it's drivers. It's not a team that you're backing, it's yourself. And at the end of the day, that's what will prevail, I reckon. One of them will chuck the teamwork out the window, and all hell will break loose. I'm sure of it, as Fernsey's on the back of Rain as well.
Oh!
Rain picks up a penalty.
Rain bottle.
Fernsey.
Could make a... Oh, I think he might go for this. You should use a bit of the RS to...
I think he'll probably dummy. No, doesn't.
Oh, DRS is DRS.
Get to 30. Yeah, but DRS, yes. Here he goes then.
The inside now in the third sector. Can he get this move done? Oh, he runs deep! He runs deep and Rain gets back in!
Beautiful switchback there.
Oh.
Beautiful work there from Rain. Knowing exactly where that Alpine.
But Rain runs deep.
But he
and
goes
Firmsy-
wide himself.
Oh, bit in the grass.
Side by side.
Oh, God.
they're side by side. Wow, great stuff from these two.
The Firmsy.
They're going to turn one. They're at it again. Here they go then. Patrick might look get involved in this as well. It's off the track. Off the track. We're gonna go. No. Oh no. Patrick's just ploughed into the back of them. And it's chaos. I thought he was going to go left to make it 3 wide. I was preparing myself. But in the end, he makes contact with the back of them. And very unfortunate for the Aston Martin. A great battle was unfolding there, but my word, that was always going to happen.
I had a feeling that was coming. When I saw the oversteer, I was like, oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, he went to the right and started to pull to the left. Just too late. He had so much overspeed. That I would have enjoyed 3 wide there, but you wait. We keep waiting.
It is a shame how that's ended up, and we've ended up with quite a lot of laps in the field.
Yellow
As
flags
Rain
again
goes
for
round.
Rain.
Oh dear.
Really
Rain.
struggling there. No left end plate on his wagon, I think. Well, at least part of his front wing has to be missing. Not officially for us, but
Yeah, this is a.
bits of understeer there. Yeah.
That is a
Tragic for Rain, but there's always a possibility of well Rain and safety cars.
yeah. I mean, the way that people have been
No pun
spinning.
intended.
Oh, yellow flag.
As he's round again. Yeah, he went round again. Oh, really odd to the back end. Rear tires are up the cliff. He has to pit. Indeed he does. Oh, but he's hit the wall on pit entry.
Oh god.
No front wing on his
Safety
wagon
car.
now. Oh, he's nearly spun in the pit lane.
It's
And
a
this is
safety
what a
car.
safety car.
Oh my god, this race is just a mess.
As Rain retires, he could have kept going. He would have stayed on the lead lap. I don't get that. I really don't get that. He could have switched to the medium compound that would have just about made it to the end, at the end of the safety car. I don't get that. He's always yep, goes round. Yep, I don't know how to say it, but Mr. Van Dam has spinaled. Well, won't make much difference.
No. He's not having a good race.
No, indeed. Struggling with the rear end. This track, with it being so high speed, the rear end snaps aren't savable. It's just, it's been like since 2017. In modern F1 cars, there's so much weight to them. Screw the downforce, because the moment the downforce goes on you, you're facing the wrong way. It's the weight at the back end is so much, it just pirouettes.
Yeah, it's.
I experienced it. I drove on some RN sim rigs the other day on the 2021 AMG built F1 car. I raced and it was all over the place. Well, it was great to drive, but as soon as you lost the back end at high speed, you can't save it. It's gone. You just go full opposite lock and hope and pray, and the thing just ends up in a wall.
Oh no. How did you get on with them? Because I've heard about the. I heard about when it dropped.
Yeah, I think this might have been the Assetto Corsa version of it. That's also very realistic. But I don't know Sims, but this was at the Silverstone Museum the other day, and at the Silverstone layout, and my word, it's nothing like the F1 games. The F1 games are bulky, heavy, but this you could just turn and the thing would go. It was an absolute dream. It was literally like you were glued to the track, as it should be with the handling of an F1 car.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a shame about how. I mean, I know it's just what do they call it? A simcade.
I think so, yeah. It was the 30 grand setups they have there, but they're hydraulic, so they have a bit of shake in them, and they point side to side, which, to me, as I don't mean to toot my own horn when I say I race in real life. I just have a bit of spare cash for it, but it doesn't. It feels disingenuous. I'd rather be sat still driving a sim than it try to recreate the feel of forces. Because at the end of the day, nothing beats leaning up against your steering wheel as you fling it into a left-hander or a flat right-hander or something like that. No hydraulic setup can replicate that.
No.
That might just me being
I know what you
grumpy
mean.
old original race guy, but I like the feel.
I respect it, honestly. I can see what
No,
you mean.
not to be potent, but you can't feel it in your ass cheeks. That's how you know it's real. You gotta feel the force, you know.
Someone please clip that. Oh,
It's like the clip with Nicky Lauda from Rush. He's like, he
Brilliant.
was born with a
brilliant ass.
brilliant ass. That's exactly what it's like. That's what gives good car control in real life. If you can feel it down there, you know you've got it. You've got the stuff. You've got the marbles.
No, I respect it. I respect it.
I'm gonna regret saying that out loud, aren't I?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely claw back through this stream if nobody clips that.
Oh dear God.
Oh dear. Well, I do know what you mean, to be honest.
Yeah. Just could have worded it a little more, less potent, let's say.
I think the wording's fair. I think the wording is fair.
Am I also noticing a bit of overcast, or has it been like that all race?
It's kind of been like it all race, all quali as well. I saw it in quali.
It's getting a little bit more foggy.
I mean, I think it's just because I'm old gen. It doesn't really change. It's just got like one fixed sky. Actually, it's getting
Brains
brighter
in the
for
chat.
me.
I'm interested.
It's getting brighter for me.
Is it?
If you look at the
Oh,
stream.
what's going on here? Van Dam, acid,
Oh no.
Patrick.
Shenanigans at the back. What is this shenanigans that I'm
Dream
seeing?
shenanigans. Mr. Van Dam might have gone a bit too deep in braking and passed one Patrick. But I think Patrick was behind. So Van
It's
Dam might
Partick,
have
by the way.
spun
It's not
and tried
Patrick.
to Partick, Patrick.
I read it. I read
Thank you for the
Partick's name.
corrective.
No, it's fine. I let it slide the first time, but then like the 7th time, I was like, okay, I should probably correct this. At like some stage.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hate it going into new leagues with stuff like this because it's like I see some really confusing names. I'm like, I say it half fast. I have to get told like syllable for syllable how to say it, but I appear to be digressing a bit as safety car is in this lap.
It certainly is. And Sora, we didn't mention it, but Sora's on a medium tyre. He's gone bold. That won't get him to the end, but he's going to be banking on another safety car, and it will put him on an optimal tyre compound. He is the championship leader. Oh, that's an Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo. Oh,
Alex.
Beeford's got him. Alex
And
having
Aaron-
an incident warming the tyres.
What's
He
happened?
dived into the pits.
Has he lost a
He
wing?
must have collided. His template is gone. He must have collided with his teammate. That is a blunder of universal levels for the Alfa Romeo team, and it leaves one car out alone at the front. But it's put 1.8 seconds on the restarts. We've got Sora all over the back blade. How will this go? Side by side.
Oh, it's close. But
Stuff. Blade makes contact. There's a collision further back as
Celtic.
Celtic gets spun by Firmsy. Kicking off.
this is not the cleanest of races, I'm not going to lie. I've seen much cleaner. Sora's grip, though, is just absolutely
Alright, I love a bit of
insane.
carnage every now and then.
It does make the race a bit better to watch as commentators, to be honest. Here comes Sora. Will he dive to the inside of his championship rival? Let's find out. He stays behind for now. He won't have DRS, but he's going to have optimal grip. And look at the way he flies through. B Ford, a slight mistake.
Snap for B-Ford.
Down the inside, here comes Sora.
Sora.
Can he make the move?
On it. Right.
Oh, and he gets it. I think he'll get it done. It'll be no problem. Switch back for B4 and stays put.
Rival. And there's a little bit of battling further back.
Firmsy.
Blade going at it. Blade goes round the outside of Firmsy.
Unbelievable.
To keep the position. They were side by side, and he just
Alex is dead.
fully went as Alex is dead. He's gone.
And safety car again.
That's another full safety car. Another full safety car. This is exactly what Sora needed.
I mean, from now,
Because
a medium will
Aaron,
work.
you feel like we'll have to make a pit stop. The medium will now work with Daddy Labs. So Sora is in the net lead, and it will put his championship rival last.
Not necessarily.
Well, bar 1 or 2 will put him plumb last. Well, Slap Bar and Blade will be behind in the Slap Bars. Celtics had to let Slap Bar pass.
Not quite sure why. Now, I think what's going to happen is Aaron is going to have to pit, because it's now at the pit window, more or less. Hello, Claver in the chat, by the way. B Ford has to pit, Blade has to pit. Drazzy will definitely have to pit. Firmsy and God Gaming on the same strategy. Partik's going to stay out. Slapbus, well, he's an AI. He's going to definitely stay out. Van Dam, I don't know. I'd box because he's got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Most of the grid is going to have to pit here. Watch this. Aaron is definitely going in. I'll put my life on this. Please don't go in.
He has to.
Yes, I'm living another day. Come on. And there you go, Sora. Yeah, told you. And everyone comes in.
Sora goes in with him.
Famsy
stays out.
That might be a blunder. Because that's 20% on the tyres.
Lots of game staying out. Slap Bus as well staying out. The Ghost car. This will add about a second over the jump of what. So whatever jump you get, add a second for an AI car in the middle.
Yeah.
So this will give House of Gaming and Firmsy, who will want to work together here. They're both on medium tyre that is relatively old. So we're going to have two not slow but cars on slower compound of tyre at the front of the field. Right, so Aaron, Sora and B Ford, championship leaders, and someone who has been in a well with his teammate who's crashed out to cause a safety car, has been in a class of his own today.
He certainly has been. But now he's got the two
Going to be like
championship
if there was
rivals
a Haas or a Williams at the front of a. It would be like if there was a Williams is at the front, a couple of tyres with a couple Red Bull behind him. That's the scenario that we've got here.
Yeah, we certainly do. I think the main one is definitely going to be Slapbus, who is on a hard tyre and an AI. And we all know how stupid AI is.
He will add a second to this restart.
Yeah.
Plus whatever jump they get.
And in a way,
at least a second.
Yeah. In a way, I'm kind of glad though, because it's going to make the lives of everyone behind slightly harder. They're going to have to bridge the gap, which they will do in like a lap or two. But it's just going to add a little bit of spice. It extends the potential for these top. Well, I guess it's top two. Slapbus will just drop through regardless. But God of Gaming and Firmsy, while God of Gaming does have a penalty, can still be a roadblock. Are underway once again. And I think, it's not, Slapbus hasn't been too much of a roadblock, so relatively unharmed.
That's very, very nice playing for the AI. Or playing through turn 1 and 2.
Seems this way. Let's see, I think we've got quite a high AI on. But I don't think we have any movement at the moment. Everyone files through into the second sector. It's Firmsy 2/10 up on his personal best time.
Firmsy has bolted.
He certainly has. Left Slapbus for dead. And that's Aaron. Well, that's past the AI car Slapbus. I didn't expect him to put up too much of a fight, but God of Gaming is going to be Well, he's really... Why?
Under threat already.
He's under threat already. He's just bombed. What has happened to God of Gaming? He's really... Yeah, he's really slow. I'm not quite sure what's happening. Missing the apex so badly. And Aaron
He
gets
must
through.
do. His tops are cold as Aaron goes clean round the outside.
I don't know what's happened
God
to
of
him.
Gaming's not giving it up this easy though. Aaron surely will have the inside line. He does. Sora going to get involved here. Oh, boy.
Oh, this could end badly. We've got Sora on the inside. God of Gaming. This could end badly, and it does. Sora taps him onto the grass. That might be investigated. But here comes B4 on the championship rival. Will he go to the outside or the inside?
Got the straight line speed.
Oh, neither. But he sends Sora deep. Can he get the switch back? No, he can't. He has to stay behind. And I think that might not have been the best choice for B4. I think he should have gone for that. But,
yeah.
You know. Oh, yellow flag. Van Dam.
Oh, it's Van Dam again.
It's
Black Bucks AI truly dropping down the field now. Celtic and God of Gaming now. God of Gaming has dropped down from second all the way down to sixth in the space of a lap. There's more to come. It's all getting really bunched up for between the battle for God of Gaming and Partek.
I don't know why God of Gaming is so slow. He's missing. Look how
Partek's
badly he's
going
missing.
to go around the outside of Drazo.
Let's have a look. It's alright.
Yeah, he's really struggling with these apexes.
Oh,
That's alright, as he's got a car on his outside.
now the inside, and there's now a.
And Mercy there as Drazo looks to take advantage.
Oh my God, this could end one of two ways as we got Drazzy having to file back behind. And I think we just about get through
Celtic
that.
dragged his way clear.
Yes.
Celtic now going at God of Gaming.
Damn,
As Van Dam have retired in the pits. Good, respectful, even though he's had a torrid race, he still has the respect to retire in the pits. As round the outside goes Celtic. What an overtake!
Yeah, I was on board with that. I didn't want to interrupt you. That was brilliant from Celtic. That was a really opportunistic move. So I'm going to go slightly deep.
Beautiful stuff.
God of Gaming picks up a 3 second. God of Gaming is having an awful restart. I don't know what's happened to him.
Really, just struggling. He's got no front end, but he's got the straight line speed. Maybe he's running the top end setup. You never know, because he's just pushing on at the end. He has to have some kind of damage. Drazzy's all over him.
Certainly is.
So
He misses the apex again. It's really confusing me. What? Look how wide he's running, and then Drazzy's gonna go down the. Oh no, he's not. But look how much of a roadblock he is. I don't know what's going on with him right now.
That Haas really struggling. But look, it's a rocket ship off the corners. Gone.
I think he's
gone. He's gapped. He must be running 0-0. That's the only logical explanation for the lack of pace in the corners. But just gone again. Look, he's gapped another 2 lengths on the straight.
Yeah, but the issue is
That
then he misses the apex.
Yeah, he's struggling to hook it up with this setup. He'll be extremely weak through the corner, having to lift and maybe even dab the brakes through there. Drazzy all over him. But
Yeah.
nicely hooked up through the Eric thing onto the straight. Drazzy's even more hooked up. There we go.
Ooh, almost goes into the wall. Did you see that? He went really wide, but he makes the move on God of Gaming. Will God of Gaming's straight line speed help him? It might. He lifts slightly, but look at. He's a tugboat in the. Look at that!
Partek's all over him now.
7/10 lost in the
Look,
one chicane.
watch straight line speed. Watch. Look, he's gone. He's gone. But Partek doesn't care. He's gonna die. They make contact. They touch Martin.
Oh, for God's sake. They touch! Oh, for Christ's sake.
I had to throw it in there. The God of Gaming. Down the order.
Bottles with a 3 second.
That's actually quite big for Famsy.
That will drop him down
Really
to
could not do with that. He's holding the gap to Aaron quite nicely at about 1.3. It's been there for quite a while.
His whole game plan would have been to just like be a tugboat on the corners, but now it's all about not trying to not lose too much time. But he can't though. That's the thing. It's tyres.
Think about the ERS game as well.
It's true.
He's 8% less ERS. That in league racing, that's about a lap of regen here. He's a lap behind Aaron on the ERS regen. So Aaron's got a lap more theoretically regen in the tank.
Oh, B Ford! 3-second time penalty. That's a massive mistake, and that will mean
Big again, but Blade is well clear at the back. But if Celtic can pass, there's that yellow flag further down. Pass around.
No, I just mean for the championship. Sora now has points again on B Ford. That's a massive mistake. The one man he has to beat. And now he's got no real chance unless Sora absolutely bins it out of a corner. Which I can't really see happening. Aaron is really closing down.
B-Ford as well though, he's got so much more ERS. He's over 45%, none the wiser.
He certainly does.
Sora, so an advantage there. 73 to 29. Big advantage.
The issue is though, that's not 3 seconds.
That's a 1 second at best if he uses overspeed.
Yep.
And then he's also got Sora in the DRS contender, so he has to work with Aaron here. But he can't afford to let him catch it because he's within that penalty point. And so this Sora is a net P2 and Bifford's a net P4. So he cannot afford to let Sora get past Aaron here, otherwise it's going to be all chaos for his championship hopes.
Yeah, I mean,
that is a 15 points, if not more.
Celtic round.
Celtic.
But I don't think the tugboat of God of Gaming. Oh no! Oh, Jesus Christ!
Thank the Lord above for ghosting.
Ramsey pits. I mean, he has to, doesn't he?
But that's odd, really. He'd already made his stop though. I think he could have tanked it to the end, to be honest.
No, but he's on the same strat as God of Gaming. Remember, he's the one with mediums that stayed out. He was on Sora's original strategy, but Sora pitted onto a fresh set of mediums, just for safety. And now Firmsy's had the box. It's just, I mean, B-Ford is just snookered. He will get a P3, but he's not going to get points on Sora, which he so desperately needs in this championship fight.
He's got to hope that Sora put Sora's red lights flashing though. Sora will remember when you get to that red light flashing zone, you lose energy deployment in a straight line. You lose straight lines. The hybrid deployment reduces, so Sora now is going to be losing time because of his need to catch up with Aaron. And it's cost him. Aaron's checking out.
Yeah, he is. I mean, the gap was about 1.1, I think, the other lap. And now it's almost 1.3. 4, sorry. But yeah, he's losing in a straight line.
What's going to go for it here, I reckon?
He's going to have to if he's got any hope. He has to get it done this or next lap. And try and pull a gap on him. He does seem quicker than Sora. But his...
Or he uses the possible loophole in the rules. If he's got alongside at the apex, he has to corner, so he may play something that he'd argue in the stewards.
I mean, if I was in a championship fight, I mean, you got to get the elbows out at some point, don't you?
Indeed you do. We saw it in 21. Will we see it in this 22 league race?
It's a Mercedes and a Red Bull as well. Here comes V4. This has got to be the move. He's got such a great exit, and he's going to be around the outside. And he should have this move done before the braking zone. He does. And that is B4 up to P2. But with this penalty, he's in great jeopardy right now. It's a move done on track, but is it a move done in the final classifications of this race?
Ramsey all over God of Gaming as well, just to bring your attention to that.
Let's have a look at this. God of Gaming, the tugboat. Oh, God.
Oh. The inside. All clean. Very nice rotation.
Respect.
It just thought God of Gaming was going to get caught up on that curb, but Bermsey, knowing exactly how much room to leave and where, good driving from the both of them, you have to say. It usually ends in tears at that corner.
I do want to just direct your attention. Blade has made a mistake. Drassi round the outside, and I think he's got the move done. Yes, he does. Blade made a slight mistake through turn 1 and 2.
Well clear.
And Cooks.
So ERS, Blade with 30% more ERS has sort of made a huge blunt there.
He certainly has done. Saw is burning a bit here. Celtics has the fastest lap of the race. Fresh medium.
Celtics had pace all race, you know. He's just not been able to put the traction down to the track, let's say.
Yeah.
Have a few issues.
A cheeky bottle. B-Ford's pulling on Sora now. But look, I don't want to read it out on stream in case they're watching, but if you look at the RS, it's closed in quite a lot.
Indeed it has.
Compared to what it was
The
maybe
front
2 years
two.
ago.
Front two are quite competitive numbers. Sora
Certainly.
deploying. Let's use up another 8%, so that's his next lap of regen out the bin. So you can never afford to go below 10%. I always like to set as close to your race, but you've got some in the tank if you need it, because that's a spin there. Truzzy.
Certainly
All
is.
that work undone. As Bermsey's going to take that.
It's unfortunate for him.
Charge continues through the farm.
It's such a
It
shame
is
for
unfortunate.
people. I'm just gutted.
Delta Gaming and Slapbus's AI going toe to toe. Yeah. Oh, what, for B-Ford?
Yeah, it's just a shame that
It-
it's ended under
it's-
penalties, really.
It's a horrible position to be in a championship fight when your rival's right behind you and you've messed up, but all you can do is put your head down and the best race that you know you can drive and just hope something else goes on around you.
Yeah. I mean, he might get it removed.
There is still, indeed he may, but there's also still 4 or 5 laps left. 4 laps left for, sorry, 5 laps left for, oh god, my maths is horrible. 5 laps left for Sora to make a mistake.
Yes, there is. But I have a
Also the
feeling
confidence boost of winning it on track as well.
that's true. But I think the confidence is firmly with Sora right now because he has the championship lead by a decent margin. I think it's about a race win between these two, and I don't think Sora will be too worried. Even if he did lose out, he's only losing a couple of points. It's not nightmare stuff for him, to be honest, if he loses.
At the end of the day, points are points.
True. And B-Ford might have a run here at the lead. It's very close, and he's
I was expecting him to go for that, you know.
Doesn't go.
I think he's saving ERS and he's going to go for it towards the end. Try and hope that if he puts Aaron a flying on the exit, it might possibly get Sora involved in an incident. That's what I'd do. I'd go for it on the last lap. Put Aaron in a place where Sora wants to be, or vice versa.
I think spot on.
Without being dirty, you can cause a bit of a tangle and maybe gain that 2 seconds that he needs to find. Well, 2.5, sorry, that he needs to find well.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
All while he's regenerating.
What a gaming. Partick might be going out. Let's have a look at this. Partick to the inside, down the main straight. Here we go. Partick should get this move done quite early. We've got a gaming fight it now. He'll lift off. I mean, Partick has the fresher tyres, so kind of expected, to be honest. God of Gaming has so much straight line speed, but it's just the amount he loses in corners. It's not even worth it. So look at this battle for lead though. Sora.
Yeah.
Oh, Aaron!
Oh, Aaron! That's horrible for B-Ford. absolutely horrible. He needs to get Aaron now. Otherwise, it will be a massive point swing.
This could end very badly. This could be 10 points lost.
That's just changed it from Ford having the ethos of, oh, maybe I'll get Aaron, but at the end of the day, Sora will only get one position, to now he has to get Aaron because Sora will take the win if this keeps up.
The stress definitely piles on for B-Ford.
Indeed it did. Indeed it does. The TMS Sora has had a bad turn 1-2, so if the lead 2 can hook it up, maybe they can work together to check out a little bit, but Sora back up to that 6/10 mark that he's sat comfortably at for this whole time, but he's been deploying quite heavily though. I thought he would be saving, but he's smart as he's keeping on deploying to try and keep up.
B-Ford's used so much. B-Ford's got to run. He's going to have a look into this corner, surely not. He's got to go down the inside.
Go for the dummy.
Oh, he set it up nicely, but he get the better run. They might equal. B-Ford's slightly edging it.
He's going to go for it.
Here we go.
As I said, he knows now. He has to go for it. He's down the inside.
And they touch.
Make contact.
Oh, this could end badly. Can they keep it clean? Aaron round the outside of B-Ford. They make a bit of contact, and that runs Aaron off track.
And that was B-Ford's corner. He was always going to do that. As I said, try and put Aaron in a situation where it gets backed up into Sora, where them two can have a bit of a ding. You can drive off into the sunset. That's not worked out how I would have imagined it. Sora's just cruising. He knows all he has to do is stay mistake free, and it's easy.
Yeah. Spot on.
We have to say that's good work from B-Ford. That's minimised the points lost to, without fastest laps, I think it's 18 for second, 25 for first. Or something like that.
It's 25 first, 18 second, 15 thirds. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's minimised the points lost, and he's kept 3 more points. As I said earlier, every point means everything in the championship fight. If it starts to swing the other way, having that extra 3 points that you stopped Sora from getting will be the difference. Sora's made a little bit of a mistake.
One thing, I just remembered something from the start of this race. There was a collision at the back.
Yeah.
Had Sora caused that collision, we might have just been spouting a bunch of nonsense, and he might be in for a massive time pen.
We could have been, but that's all to be decided in the stewards room, to be honest. But for me, in the comms box, even if I know there's been an incident like that, it's like a football commentator. They commentate, or soccer if you're weird. A football commentator, even if they know the goal's offside, they commentate as if it's an actual goal. That's a spin there for Celtic again. If they know it's offside, they still commentate it as a goal to keep the adrenaline going.
I think God Gaming just bottled this fastest lap. Yeah.
Sora dropping down the ERS. He's burning. He is burning hard. He's down to 2%.
I mean, if you look ahead, Aaron is on 6.
It's only 5% at the start of the straight. He's going to lose out massively here. Indeed, he is.
Aaron's
Sora has just blundered. It's 9/10.
But it won't matter. B-Ford round in the final couple of corners, on track. If he gets this last corner right, he will win. However, with this 3-second time penalty, he will drop behind Sora, as will Aaron. So B-Ford wins with Aaron second, but Sora hops up into the lead and wins at Australia. And I don't think there will be any movement behind due to penalties. Blade comes home in P4, Firmsy P5, Drazzy will come home in P6.
What a game, like he's trying his best, but that car all over the place. What a race this has been. This It's been a chaotic one, but chaos is good sometimes. Chaos is fun to watch, and chaos certainly fun to commentate. As my voice very, very much hurting. I'm probably not very happy with that, to be honest. I think he. Let's have a look at Race Director actually and see what his strategy was. It's a game. He does get the fastest lap in the end, as Firmsy could have stayed out on that set of mediums, and truly I reckon he could have taken them to the end. 20 laps and they blow up here, I think. But oh well, past is in the past, present is the present, and it's a win for Sora. And a gain of 7 points over his championship rival B Ford.
Does. And that
Also,
is not
plenty of
ideal.
disappointment for the Alfa Romeo team as well. You have to stay out for a while, two after quali, ending up P3 and out of the race is far from ideal for two people who looked like they were running away with it.
It certainly does. It's just I am slightly disappointed by the penalty. I really thought that this was the time the B Fords can turn it around, but Sora wins once again and extends his championship lead provisionally over B Ford. With I mean, he wasn't the quickest, but he was the most consistent, and at the end of the day, all that matters is the final classification. And he didn't pick up those crucial 3-second time penalties, as did his two counterparts in this race, B Ford and Aaron.
Indeed. Big props for keeping us nose clean. There's the results then. Sora winning, but Gods of Gaming recovering a fastest lap and technically moving up in that position from the start. Disappointment as the pole sitter ended up in the wall about midpoint of the race. So when it was to unravel for B Ford, it invited Sora back into the mix. That second safety car really helped him, and B Ford tried his best, but at the end of the day, Sora extends.
He does. And I mean, I think that's exactly why he is the championship leader at the end of the day, because he doesn't make those little mistakes that can cost you so much in a championship fight.
I've seen many done just finish off a season. There was someone at B Ford's pace who was absolutely rapid, but he just couldn't keep the consistency. Got penalties, had a little spin here and there, and in the end, the other driver prevailed over a full season by over 100 points. So it just goes to show consistency over the pace wins championships, and Sora is giving a crash course in that here.
He most certainly is, mate. He most certainly is. But are we gonna be doing interviews? I'm not quite. I don't know what we're doing because I don't know how to invite the B4 because he's on PC. I'll message Atom. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, that's the issue with having fillers. It's quite awkward. Just now we've got a moment, I'd like to say thank you for having me. As I really enjoyed this a lot more than I would be raging at my FIFA career mode.
I mean, thank you for joining me, mate. At such late notice. It would have been
Right.
it would have been a hard race to solo com while I'm ill. I'm not gonna lie, I had to keep muting my mic through the
You've
entire
done a good
race.
job to hold it up this whole time.
I mean, I can't have to mute because I kept coughing. So mid-sentence, sometimes I just have to stop and just like cough out my lungs.
I do that. I start yawning mid-sentence. I try and keep stifling the yawn. I end up like, it's a mess. But it helps that I tend to waffle as well. So if you need to mute and cough, it doesn't create awkward silence because I'm there waffling about, well, back in my day, this, that, and the other.
I mean, mate, honestly, I think we cooked. I think we cooked up some good comms there. I think
Indeed.
we're on par with I Who did Oh, I can't even remember who commentated with Oh my god, his name's gone out of my head. I can see his face. Murray Walker. Who commed with Murray Walker?
I'm Brundle.
Was it Brundle?
Or Brundle was 97 and pass. Before that, it was some other random guy. And before that, it was James Hunt.
Oh yeah, James Hunt. Yes, I remember that.
Oh god, you know them two hate each other.
Oh my
I
god.
think Murray once went to punch James Hunt because they shared a single microphone in the comms box. And, Murray wanted the microphone and James wouldn't let it go, so Murray went to punch him, but Drew had to drag him away.
Jesus Christ. Well, thankfully we haven't had to do that on this comms stream.
That's facts with Apollo.
That's a brilliant fact. But, yeah, I want to end the stream now. Thank you everyone for joining us for Australia. This has been me and Apollo covering the action while Dara's been away, and it's been another Sora dub. And this Championship lead extends once again. Join us next week. Actually, I think there's a F2 race on Wednesday. I can't remember all of the races, but there's F2 on Wednesday, mixed tiers on Sunday, I think, and then we'll be back again for rounds 13, I think, or 4. I don't really know. I'm very sorry. I'm not as switched on as Dara. It's another round next Monday. Join us again at 8:30. Dara should be back by then. So yeah, good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us.